Raindrops on Roxy and whiskers on 2021. Bright colored COVID and warm woolen jackets because it's freezing in LA. Brown paper packages left at UPS that I couldn't pick up because I had COVID. These are a few of my not favorite things. Good job, Rox. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Tuesday, December 28th. We have almost made it to the end of the year. It's a fucking miracle. If you are still here, it is a fucking miracle. And we are here today talking about some of our favorite things in 2021. I had other stuff that I want to talk about. Briefly, I'll mention shaved heads are making a comeback right now with Saweetie and Demi, who's not my favorite, but whatever. They still are like really fucking hot with their shaved head and like bringing the heat. I just think it's fucking ironic, as we will be talking about Britney Spears later on in the show, that shaved heads are now, if you shave your head, you're having a moment. But when Britney shaved her head, she was having a meltdown. And now it's a moment. And then it was a meltdown, and just how the times have changed. Couldn't do the show without mentioning that. But today I want to talk about favorite things. I was talking about them for my co-host on SCN Live today. And I want to talk about some of my favorite things this year and some of the rock stars' favorite things. So we're talking all different favorites. We're talking about our favorite TV shows, favorite movies, favorite moment, favorite accomplishment, just our favorite things, and our favorite musical artist, our favorite stupid ass story that didn't mean anything, but we attached onto this year, our favorite people of the year, all that stuff. So we're talking favorites on the show. Send in yours, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Thank you for being here with me live on this Tuesday. Shout out to everybody who is here on time, ready to party. I'm going to be out of here in about a half an hour because I have to go take Grammy to get our nails did. We're having a cute girly moment, and she certainly deserves it after the hell she has been through. I haven't told you guys about what's going on over there, but it's just been a nightmare, and I'll talk about that on a different show. But we are getting our nails did, and we're very excited about it. But shout out to everybody who's here for this live show: Rick Bocanegra, Jimmy Nails, John Bainbridge, Manny Gonzalez, Andrew Thomas, John Get Bent, George Pruitt, to Ryan White and Zeno Hour, Glenn Caesar, to Mark Jason Ali, and Greg 2000. Wow, Greg, you're about 21 years behind, but 2000 it is. To Shimazu Toyohisa, to all of the people, Ed Menjivar, Nick Bethel, Ben Rayner, and everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all. Let's go into the Streamlabs. Let's send in your favorite things. I will prompt y'all with the favorite thing that we are talking about, and then I really want to hear from you guys. Now, keep in mind, I'm still watching things from this year. I'm still looking at things from this year. I'm still making my rounds on 2021. Like last night, I watched 6 episodes of The Great, which is a show that you guys have been telling me about on Hulu to watch. It's the Elle Fanning show and Nicholas Hoult. I didn't want to watch it because I really liked this most recent season of The Crown, but in general, did I say Ryan White? Sorry, Ryan Payne. And Ryan White. My bad, Ryan Payne. On autopilot for a second, I guess. So I really didn't want to watch The Great because I was like, oh, another fucking, The Crown's great, but it's prestige TV. And I didn't really feel like that. Gosh, The Great is so great. It's not that it's not well done, because it is, but it's a comedy, which I didn't realize. And it's just fucking bomb. So I'm really enjoying it. They're an hour-long episodes. I watched 6 of them last night and stayed up until 4 a.m. watching it. So come on, get on it. It's really, really good. But that's not my favorite thing of the year. Just saying, I'm still watching things. I haven't seen Coda yet, which is a movie that I told Steph that I really wanted to see. Then she watched it last night, said it was phenomenal. And I really want to check that out. I haven't seen Belfast yet, which is on a lot of people's lists as a top movie as well. So there's still things I haven't seen, but I'm going to give my favorites of the things I have seen, of course. And those are subject to change when I see more things and or as I evolve in life, because sometimes our favorites change based on how the mood we were in when we watched them or how it resonates with us long term. So that. Going to the Streamlabs, the Zen one himself, the Zen Glenn Caesar, says, hello and a good day to you, Roxy. Sending well wishes and thank you for hanging out. Great job on SEN Live today. Happy third day of Kwanzaa to all those who are celebrating. I agree. Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you for telling us this is the third day. And I learned yesterday that it goes into 2022, so we'll be celebrating for a while. 7 days, so we've got 4 more days left. Fuck yeah. All who are celebrating today's word is Ujima. Oh, pronounced Ujima, meaning collective work and responsibility. I love that. I'm a big group projects girl. I like a collective work and responsibility. Thanks for letting us know. Glenn also says peace, money, and good stuff to you, your dads, Jet, Sky, Grammy, Popo, and your family. Be most excellent to yourselves and to each other, RJ and Rockstars. Thank you. Yesterday, after the show ended last night at 11:23 p.m., when I was sound and watching the great AAA, so AAA, gave some support, some big support. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Huge ups to AAA, whoever you are. Thanks for rescuing the day, AAA. The person, though, not actually AAA. I cracked myself up. It wasn't even really that funny. Send in your favorites. All right, let's go. Let's get started. I wanted to get started with favorite comic book movie of the year. I'm having a challenging time with this one. It was very much so The Suicide Squad. I had decided my favorite comic book movie of the year was The Suicide Squad. I loved a lot of comic book movies last past year. In the running, obviously, Shang-Chi, so good. In the running was, I thought Eternals was excellent. There was a lot of great superhero movies. But then Spider-Man came out. Spider-Man No Way Home. And I got to tell you, as much as I love the Suicide Squad, Spider-Man just knocked it off its block, I think. The Suicide Squad might be more enjoyable to rewatch, but the way that I felt watching Spider-Man for the first time in theaters, it was like, holy shit, this is how you should feel going to the movies. So sorry, the Suicide Squad, you were amazing. I really loved the Snyder cut. There's a lot of great Black Widow, really good. A lot of great superhero movies this year. I gotta give it to Spider-Man. Got to give it to Spidey. You got to give it to Spidey, or I do. Ben Rayner in the super chat says, hey, Roxy, did you see the end of Curb? I loved it. It was a great finale for a season. That might be my fave comedy series of 2021. Yeah, I don't let Monday hit without me having seen Curb. It's a must-watch, immediate watch for me. It was so good. Irma was such a fucking phenomenal, hysterical character this season. I love the whole thing with the pool. I love the payoff. I love everything with Mary Ferguson. It was such a great season. Curb does not miss. What a show. How I feel about Curb and Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and how I feel like I owe so much of my life to them, I can't even explain. But yes, Ben Rayner, thank you for bringing that up. Just doesn't seem like many of you guys watch Curb. And so I don't talk about it every week. But for those of you guys who do, you know what I mean when I say it's just one of the greatest shows that's ever been on TV, period. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Ash says happy, and then he gives 420. Mazel tov, Ash. Good one. Love that. James Dorian Gaines says, I want to give some love to the Netflix show Brand New Cherry Flavor. People used to, I didn't watch this. People said D would really like this, though. I remember. Reminded me of Legion in the best kind of way. Or maybe that's why I think D would love it. In the best kind of way. Hope we see more of that kind of wild. That show was everything I love. Thanks to Dorina for literally insisting I watch the show. Oh, maybe she recommended it to you. Should I watch it? Was it good? Watched a lot of TV this year, but that was not one of them. But maybe I should check it out. Thanks for sending it in. Was that your favorite show of the year? Damn. I agree, Greg. Susie plopped 100%. She plopped. And when you plop, you plop. How are you going to claim that wasn't a plop? It was a fucking plop. Gosh, Curb's so good. So what is your guys' favorite superhero movie of the year? Let me know. Yeah, I loved Legion. Jimmy Nails. I didn't like the ending, the final season, but I did like Legion. Guys, it's still so hard to talk sometimes. It's crazy. Ryan Payne says, Curb is just not my kind of humor. That breaks my heart, Ryan Payne. When's the last time you watched it? And did you try to start it from the beginning? Like, I don't know. Sometimes things don't work for other people. Like, but I love Jewish humor. Jewish humor is cringe humor. And like the whole show, oh my God. It's so, I feel like it is the launching point for all Jewish comedies, like Broad City and it's pretty much all, Dave for sure. They're all kind of coming from there. I really want you to love the show, but sometimes it just doesn't hit for people. It is very specific. It's very specific. I feel that. Spider-Man, hands down, my favorite superhero film of the year, says Mark Jason Ollie. I know, it did take my place. What's your guys' favorite superhero TV show of the year? I think mine might be Superman and Lois. I haven't finished Doom Patrol, so between those two, for DC ones at least. And then for Marvel, is it possible that it's Hawkeye? No, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I liked watching Hawkeye more, but I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a better show. It was favorite, so it could be just the one I liked more. All right. So those are some superhero talk, but I want to move on. Let's just talk about our favorite movie in general. My favorite movie of the year so far is Encanto. It just is. I can't believe I'm saying an animated movie is my favorite movie of the year, not because animated is incredible, but because you guys know I typically don't love animated things. Encanto touched my whole soul in a way that I can't not say that it's my favorite. I still have more things to watch. I really enjoyed Shiva Baby. I really loved King Richard. I loved Pig. I loved Lamb. But I loved In the Heights. Before it was Encanto, I think it was Quiet Place 2. I loved that movie. I'm obsessed with Dune. I still haven't seen West Side Story, but Encanto, man, it's fucking good. It is so fucking good. And I doubt it's going to get nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, and that sucks because it should. Because it definitely should. Let's see what's going on in the super chat. Andrew Thomas says, hey, beautiful Roxy, Superman and Lois and Loki was my favorite my favorite show of the year. Wow, not even just superhero shows. It is a tie between Zack Snyder's Justice League. I was like, ZJL. I always see ZS. But yep, Zack's Justice League, Halloween Kills. What? I don't get that fucking movie. Ghostbusters 3. What? I didn't like that one either. Spider-Man No Way Home were my favorite movies. We're on different pages this year, Andrew Thomas. But that's what makes your opinions sexy. You're allowed to have them. Everybody gets one. Yep, everybody gets one. Ryan Payne says shouldn't forget Soul was this year. First of all, wasn't Soul the end of last year? Or was it not? And I liked Soul, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't a top 10 movie of the year for me. I liked it a lot. It was so beautiful. But it wasn't a top 10 for me. It wasn't Encanto for me. It was not Encanto for me. Everything I'm going to end with, for me. Guess what? It's Live with the Roxy. No shit, it's for me. I don't even have to say it. Streamlabs in your favorite, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. For my favorite TV show of the year, I'm having a hard time with this one because when I finished the morning show, I was like, that's my favorite show of the year. I think that what that show touched me in a way that I can't even like really talk about online, but as a, not to get all like fucking girly and shit on you guys right now, but as a woman in the industry, it's really fucking hard. And watching what they're going through and being able to relate to so much of what's happening to them at a micro level, obviously, because these are huge celebrities that we're dealing with. I just connected with this show and thought that it was so well done. The dialogue in this show, it reminds me of like Aaron Sorkin's Newsroom dialogue, and it reminds me of It just was so fucking good. Way better than season 1. It was excellent. So I think that's my best of the year. Not much can hold a candle to Succession, though. That show is also just so fucking phenomenal. And then there's all the comedies I love, like how you could watch It's Always Sunny and not always put that up there, or Curb and not put that up there, or Insecure's final season, Pose's final season. Just so much great TV. But I think the morning show, however, while the second the morning show finished for me, I was like, that's my favorite show of the year. It hasn't lived with me the same way some of my other shows have lived with me. Like that show Made, that really fucking stuck with me. I just really kept thinking about it and thinking about it. Yeah, amazing shows like Ted Lasso, so great. Just such a cute show. Such a lovely, beautiful show. Penn 15's final season, amazing. So Jimmy Nail says, I thought It's Always Sunny was only okay this season. That hurts me to say. I thought there was a couple of episodes that were better than okay. It's never just okay. It's always really good for me, at least baseline. But the final 2 episodes were so fucking good. I was crying. For me, how I feel. Squid Game's really good. Squid Game was really good, but it doesn't make my top 5. Probably top 10. And what it did is a cultural phenomenon. It's incredible. What We Do in the Shadows isn't my favorite. I haven't seen this most recent season. That for some reason I think it's good, but it's not my favorite. And yeah, just looking at some of your guys' picks in here. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. What y'all got? Ash says, Happy New Year, Eve. Wait, Happy New Year, Eve. Roxy, 4 Eves. Okay. Accidentally deleted most of the message on the last one. My favorite restaurant this year was a health food place that opened up a block away. That's so great. It's so cheap. It tastes amazing. I think it averaged 5 times a week. That's so great. It's a health food place and it tastes great and it's cheap. Where the fuck is this place? Never found one of those. Glenn Caesar says, DC is Superman and Lois. MCU is Falcon and Winter Soldier. Most we have the same. Maybe it's recency bias. Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. I don't know. But Encanto is stuck in my brain. What the fuck came out in 2021? And laugh my ass off. I know. I'm trying to think about this year. I'm like, what the fuck happened this year? Jimmy Nails in the Streamlab says, I know I'm going to hear about this. My movies of the year were Green Knight and The Kingsman. Wow, I didn't see either of those. I want to see Green Knight. I hear The Kingsman sucked. That's wild. Glenn Caesar says, by the way, you may imagine lots of golden sparkles of love flowing into you, especially your chest and throat areas. Thank you. As you breathe, I can breathe a little bit now, not too deep, but I hope lots of yellow hearts and green hearts fill you, Roxy and Rockstars, for happiness, joy, and healing. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you, my dear. You rock, Glenn Caesar, the Zen one himself. What are your guys' favorites? What are your favorites? Yellowstone was so fucking good, too. I haven't watched Yellow Jackets yet. Who told you that? They're so wrong. Well, Jimmy Nails, I think it has like a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. And DJ is the one who told me that it was like a horrific movie. But I haven't seen it. And sometimes I think things that other people think are horrific are not horrific at all. Are not horrific at all. Moving forward, let's talk about some more of our favorites. Send them in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Favorite music artist of the year. Now, I always tell you guys this. My music artists at this point, my favorites of the year don't change. They're all people of the past. I, as always, was obsessed with the Chili Peppers. I was obsessed with Bruce Springsteen. I was obsessed with Fleetwood Mac. Those are my top 3 ever. So I'm always obsessed with them. But then on top of that, if I'm talking about new artists or recent artists, my favorite new albums of the year or artists that put out new music this year, Bleachers. I'm obsessed with them. I think that if you guys don't know them and you like rock, they don't sound like classic rock. They're what I call like fun rock, if that makes any sense. They're fun rock, like more upbeat usually, and like party rock kind of. I love Bleachers. I love them. They're so good, and I blast them in my place. And Foo Fighters put out good music this year too, and I love the Foo Fighters. That they are more like just your they sound more like classic rock, probably because obviously this is not a classic time right now, but they've been around for a fucking minute and they've really got their sound down. So really, really good. And yeah, that's kind of my new music jam, but in general, also Donna Summer, Diana Ross, always doing disco, always. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Listened to a lot of Beatles this year, maybe mostly because Get Back was so popular. Really had a lot of appreciation for the Beatles this year. So those are some of them, and I hope you tell me yours. Oh, Jimmy Nails, I was supposed to go to a Church's concert this past week, the last week that I got COVID, and I had to miss it. I tested positive Friday morning. The Church's concert was Friday night. I was super bummed. I love Churches. So good. They're fucking awesome. Super duper into them. Wolf Alice put out an incredible album this year. Laren, I Am With You. One of the guys that I was dating this year is a massive Wolf Alice fan. And so I was listening to a lot of Wolf Alice for a minute. Really fucking great. Really fucking great. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. They really killed it on tour. That sucks, Jimmy. That sucks. I've seen them before, luckily. But yeah, I bet that they were fucking great. Streamlabs in. Who was your favorite musical artist of the year? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let me know. What about your favorite day of the year? I asked this one on SEN and everybody was having a little bit of a hard time pulling it. But what was your favorite day of this year? For me, I think it has to be at some point in Ohio when I felt, you guys know, for like 2 weeks, I felt pure bliss. And it's not that nothing went wrong, and there was, obviously there's shit that goes down on set and nothing bad because the set was fucking amazing. But like there'll be moments and you'll have days and it's just like exhausting. You're working a ton of hours and I was playing a particularly emotionally draining character, but that was like I remember this one day I was walking to Cafeña, the local coffee shop, and I was just like humming in my head. I think I took an Instagram video and I was just thinking, oh, this might be one of the best days of my life. And that was this year. And it feels so weird because this might have been one of the worst years of my life. Interestingly enough, not the worst year of my life. Not the worst year of my life, but I definitely think 2020 was worse year for me than 2021. And certainly more so than either of those years would be 2011. But this year was certainly not the best year of my life either. And it was, but one of the best weeks or 2 weeks of my life was this year. And it was coming after such a fucking tough time, going to my ex-boyfriend's wedding and being just super fucking alone and having this like work issue that took place that I still haven't really spoken about, and the pandemic and everything going on. Just everything was just really fucking hard, but it wasn't 2020 hard. It was 2021 hard. So maybe it gets a little better every year. What about for you guys? What was your best day of the year? Let me know. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Super chat in. I'm looking for you guys' favorite comic book movies, favorite comic book TV shows, favorite movie of the year, favorite TV show of the year, favorite musical artist of the year, and your best day of the year. Wow, she did that all from memory. COVID brain ain't got nothing on your girl rocks. It's not true. It does. It does. Really? Because I would have thought last year would be more or less everyone's worst year. Nick Bethel, 2022 was really bad. I mean, 2020 was really bad. 2022 is going to be great. Maybe. 2020 was really bad. 2021 was a little better, but 2020 was really fucking bad. But it was not as bad for me as 2011. The reason why 2011 was so fucking bad for me personally, I'm not saying it was the worst year for the world, but it was the year that my mom died and I was like so heavily using drugs. And nothing is okay when you're fucked up, and I lost like the most important person in my life. And that year I got diagnosed with my autoimmune disease, and I ended up in the hospital for a month, and I had to miss all of my finals. And in missing all of my finals, I then had to make them all up later on that year. And so I was like taking 2 semesters worth of shit. I know that sounds trivial, but it was really fucking hard. And I was like a mess of a person. So it was brutal. It was so brutal. It was a very bad year. That year sucked. So yeah, but not as bad, not the worst year for the world, but for me personally, that year was like, bleh, bleh. Now when shit goes wrong, at least I'm a whole person dealing with bad shit. Then I was a skeleton of a person dealing with things that I had no grasp of how to deal with. Streamlabs.com/RoxyJar after that very fun story. It was very fun. Keeping it light and breezy, just like Bleachers. Light and breezy, friends, light and breezy. Streamlabs in, what are your favorites? I would think you guys had favorites. Super chat, all that. Let me know. Also, let's hit another one. I made a list of things I wanted to talk about. Like a prepped bitch. My favorite This Shit Doesn't Matter, but you're obsessed with it of the year. I wanted to get these from you guys. So what was your favorite This Shit Doesn't Matter, but you're obsessed with it of the year? One of mine might have been my love for Big Chill, the froyo place. Like, and it does matter, but it doesn't matter as much as I have blown it up to be, because one of my favorite things to talk about was how much I love Big Chill, and just how fucked up it was that Demi went and blasted Big Chill, and I was just obsessed with it. Another, this shit doesn't matter, but it really fucking did matter. Free Britney. I like put all of my eggs into the Free Britney basket and just talked about it, and it really does fucking matter. Somebody's life is on the line there. And the fact that she was freed this year, fucking huge, massive victory, massive good victory. What are some of your favorite stories of the year? Give them to me. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me. Sorry, Brittany, I'm not doing you. I'm doing you a disservice right now. Let's see. Haunted Autumn says, for me, it's the Dexter Revival. That show was my happy place. So glad it's back. Oh my God. I forgot it was on. I watched the premiere, and until you just said that, I forgot that Dexter's been airing. Was it good? I literally haven't heard one person talk about it since I watched the premiere. The premiere was so mediocre. Oh, Nick Bethel said, I found a cheesecake factory near my apartment that also had like other food. What do you mean? Other food than Cheesecake Factory? Like pizza and burgers. Yeah, it's not just cheesecake there. Joseph started watching Power. That's great. Fuck yeah. You became a stronger person out of those times, which is cool, Laren. I agree with that. What do you guys got? Let me know. Let me know y'all favorites. Where is everybody? What are your favorites? Put them in loud, put them in proud. Streamlabs, super chat, etc. Leonard Kim says in the Streamlabs, hey Dimple Tits, how are you? Hopefully you're feeling better. It was a tough morning doing the 2-hour show, and my voice is starting to really fade, and I've got to go get Grammy, so I got to get out of here soon, but I'm doing okay. My favorite movie was Shang-Chi. My favorite show was Wheel of Time. I didn't watch that one yet. And my favorite day was when Messi won Copa America. I don't know how to say that. And finally got an international trophy. Yay, Messi, who I called Fessy a little bit ago. The hair looks beautiful. Thanks, Leonard Kim. I think that's a soccer thing. I'm so ignorant when it comes to soccer. Like, I don't know shit. I really don't know shit. I'm really sorry, but I don't know. I'm happy for you that made you so happy, though. Another favorite thing I want to talk about, your favorite. Oh, yeah, your favorite celebrity of the year. I said this one on SEM, but Britney Spears for sure, and Simu Liu, who I am obsessed with. Super obsessed with. He is bae. He's bae, and it was so nice to watch him on the big screen. And I also did my binge of Wow, I can't even remember the name of the show. It's so good. What the fuck is the Canadian show that Simu Liu is on? It's excellent. And it is called, it was on the same network that Schitt's Creek was on. Kim's Convenience. That show was fucking great too. I had a big Simu year. Wow, I couldn't just think of the name Kim's Convenience. That's COVID brain at its finest. At its finest. So I love that. I don't play video games, but if I did, I would tell you that's my favorite one of the year, even though I am a big gamer. Let me know what your guys' favorite game of the year was also. My favorite thing that I did this year, I think the two things are level up the World Girls. It's really been fucking awesome being there. Any of you rock stars who are world friends, just feel like that company's headed straight for the top with your guys' help. We're just going to keep working at it. And the movie was a huge one too. And spend a lot of time with my grandparents. I got to spend a lot of time with Grammy and Papo. And that was really lucky. It's really lucky that I've been able to do that. I didn't get sick until the end of the year. And so I was able to see them. That was another thing that sucked about 2020 before we were vaxxed and stuff, like being able to see them, trying to be safe and all that was fucking cray. That shit was crazy. That shit was bananas, BANANAS. You got to say it as deadpan as you can. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. We're getting out of here a couple minutes, guys, by the way. Glenn Caesar says, again, Roxy, appreciate you singing. LOL. Oh, boy. It was kind of like a Wednesday night with Steph's karaoke. Oh, boy. Way to go. Off the cuff. Straight fire. LOL. Fave movie moment equal getting to watch movies on streaming day and date. Yeah, I cheated. LOL. What do you mean getting to watch them on streaming day and date? I don't know what that means. Like when they come out that you got to watch them at home? Is that what you mean? Because that was kind of cool for some things. Was Wonder Woman 2 this year? The movie did not age well for me. No, that was last year. Because I watched that at my old apartment. Or was that this year? Beginning of this year? Was it end of last year? When the fuck was that movie? I don't think it was this year. You guys let me know. All right, friends, we are getting out of here. Send in any last minute bits, bots, thoughts, twats, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, as I am going to go to take, it came out Christmas, late last year. As I'm going to go take Grammy to get our nails did. We're very excited about it. Mine are fucked up and all broke off because I haven't gone in over a month since I was home, which means she hasn't gone in over a month and a couple weeks because of the COVID. So our nails are fucked up and we need some help, which I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to go do that. But thank you guys for joining me for These Are a Few of Our Favorite Things show. And we can talk more about this throughout the week. We're also going to be talking about some of our goals stuff. So start thinking. I gave you guys the advance notice. You got to start thinking of some of your goals. And I also am excited that Atlanta's coming out. I haven't talked about that trailer, but I wanted to let you guys know that I thought that trailer was really cool, and I love Atlanta in season 3. I'm looking forward to. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs says, I hope you remember to say to yourself, I'm kind, I'm caring, and fully unique. I'm worthy, my story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Being kind, caring, and fully unique makes both you and I both humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. When I see you and I think of you and I. Just you and I. Lady Gaga doing there's something about you and I. A Star is Born. So that is. Oh boy, rocks. Jimmy Nails says best day was being on Discourse with Joker and Glenn. What's Discord maybe? I also met my crush on that show. It's really nice to feel butterflies again. We talk every day now. I owe the Rockstar and World from the community. Thanks for that. Love to you, Grammy, and you said PP, Papo, but thank you. Thanks, Glenn. Thank you, Jimmy. I mean, I appreciate that. You're awesome. And you told me a little bit about the crush situation, but I've gotten no updates. I would love to know. In the Streamlabs, Ash says, I don't know if it's number 1, but Spectacular Day is top 3 day for me, probably getting to meet everybody. And the show itself was great. Arcane for show. I haven't watched it. Spider-Man for movie. Maybe Critical Role for stream. Yeah, they're great. Lily Pichu and Corpse Husband were my top music artists. I don't know Lily Pichu. Who is Lily Pichu? Sounds like Hachu. Lily Pichu. But I don't know. Well, thank you for everybody who sent them in. I appreciate it. And we will continue doing this in the next couple of days. So I'll be here tomorrow live at the Roxy. And then I'll keep you guys posted on other streaming, all the things. All right, friends. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and the lid. We don't want those paflumes. Don't trump with the Holocaust. Make your bed. Brett Miles Jonathan. Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. I feel like it's been quiet about that recently, but we will not fucking forget what they did. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.